Jerry.
All right. Let's take a break. It's still
No, we'll
we go
over
to our
the
ladies. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Wait, before we go, let's ask that question quickly. So, as a music therapist, what do you do? And welcome, ladies, to New Day.
Thank you.
All right. So, tell us a bit about the work you do as a music therapist.
All right. As a music therapist, I work with the University of Ghana Medical Center. And so the work I do is to help patients relax, help manage pain for them, in some cases, help with socialization, help increase their mood, help distract them from painful medical procedures. So I work in the OPD, the gynae clinic, the NICU unit, even with premature babies, to help bonding with parents. Because, you know, having a baby before the 40 weeks is hard. So it helps with bonding with the parents. And then aside the UGMC, I work at the Institute of Music Therapy. So children and individuals who have various challenges, cerebral palsy, autism, Parkinson's, dementia, come over. And then, you know, we use music to help them, you know, meet a particular goal. So music therapy is using music to help meet a particular goal. It's different from entertainment. Okay, entertainment is about the performer and all that. But the music therapy is based on helping the client feel comfortable. So aside the music therapy, I also teach piano, voice, guitar, music theory, orchestration. I minister in church. I love the Lord. Those are some of the things I do.
You wear many hats. That's beautiful. I didn't even think that there was, you know, a job like that. At the moment. So this is really good to know.
It's a full degree master's PhD course. So I studied,
Please say that again.
It's a full degree master's and PhD course.
So it's not just about having a voice.
No. I studied in the US. I was sponsored by God's grace by the Get Fund.
Okay.
Yeah, Professor Nketia helped, you know, get me a scholarship. I went there.
The great Professor Nketia.
Yes, the great Professor Nketia. He was also a patron of the Music Therapy Association. You know, so I went there, studied 4 years, did a degree and master's, and being patriotic to my country.
You came back.
I came back.
You came back.
I mean,
why?
Yes, it will not be right for the country to spend so much money on sponsoring me outside. Then I go and sit in the US or in the UK. It's not fair. I just don't feel right about it in my heart and spirit.
So it's not about making a lot of money for you.
Because the way you don't feel right in your heart and spirit.
Because
there are many people who are sponsored by Ghana, they go back.
They go and they don't come back.
I go to the Makane Church International. It's one of the churches in the Lighthouse Church denominations, yes.
So for you, it's not about the money, because I was going to ask that, does this pay well for the kind of degree you have gotten, with a PhD in
Masters,
this? Or a master's in it?
PhD, so
Imagine how much you would have made if you were out there and to come back. Does it pay well?
It helps pay the bills and stuff, but if you are money-minded, I'll say this is not the field. Because sometimes when you work with clients and you see the struggles and the stress, I mean, somebody brings their 4-year-old, they can't speak, you're now working on goals with them. I saw a client once who had given birth, lost all functioning in the lower part, had to come in with the music to help. Yes.
What?
So when you see all that, if you don't have the emotional stability, it can make you very uncomfortable. So it's not about the money as such, but it's about the heart and helping people out. And
so
I believe in that.
The clients that had lost all functioning, you were able to use music to help her to regain?
It was to help make her comfortable, because she was actually a pianist and a singer. That's what the husband told me. So this is just an example amidst other examples.
Did she come back to her normal self? Was she able to move?
I didn't see
or
her.
Your job doesn't go beyond that?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't see her after that. I'm yet to check up on that. But I've seen many changes. Children who had challenges with even mathematics.
Okay.
We've used music to help teach mathematics.
What type of music? The pop music or which one? What type? Because
dancehall, reggae.
So
but the Seminator now trending. That's why I'm asking which one.
How is it Seminator to do 1 + 1?
So it's client preferred music. So with children's populations, we use mostly nursery rhymes, children's songs, popular songs, and then whatever the goal is. So for someone who, let's say for a child who is learning how to do mathematics, you're learning how to do, let's say,
algebra or some.
Okay, let's take a simple
some
one.
calculus.
+3. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's take, for example, 3 + 3, or let's say, okay, 3 + 4, 3 + 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's your answer. So it goes in and out. I know the song you're thinking
goosebumps.
about is Jingle Bells, right?
Well, yeah.
So we can make it 3 plus 5, which would go
Michelle
3
Brunel.
plus 5, 3 plus 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And because the melody is ingrained in the children, they know how to count it. It's a whole process that
Why
we
have you
go
not
through.
been
So
hired
this
for
is not a
schools?
matter of putting a cane on the child. Step
You
by
know-
force, you have to know that the answer is 7. There are
No,
other ways
there
that
are
you can
other
actually,
ways.
through therapy, to let the child know that 3 plus 4 can
Or
be
3
7
plus-
or
yes.
is 7.
Yes.
I am interested in knowing what factors make this therapy work.
Okay.
For it to work on anybody at all, the children and all, what should be the fundamentals?
Okay. So looking at the fundamentals, I'd have to do an assessment
Okay,
first.
okay.
And the assessment is in different areas of the individual.
Okay.
Cognition, emotion, psychology, fine gross motor, communication. So from looking at those areas, then I would know what factors
give
yes
to
would
that
help
very-
the client. And then find a goal. So I'd look for the areas. Okay, child shows a deficit in communication. Then we work on that. They show a deficit in social interaction. Then we work on that. So it's a whole scientific process. It's evidence-based.
Moirami, one last question for
Okay.
you. We have to let you do your thing, but one last question.
Yes,
Have
please.
you worked with autistic children or people before?
Yes.
Tell us how that works.
Okay, I've worked with a lot here in Ghana and in the US during my intern hours. And in Ghana here, I have seen great impact. I mean, from children who stammer when they speak or stammer when they read to being able how to read fluently. From children who you would not think can play the piano or music teachers may look down upon them. I have seen them being able to play. Okay, so recently this year we celebrated World Music Therapy Day at the UGMC.
Yeah.
And we had children who had autism, some with Down syndrome, some with even schizophrenia challenges. They came and they were singing, playing the piano, and it just brought tears to the audience.
I can imagine.
That
It
must
was
bring you a lot of
beautiful.
fulfillment.
One last thing
right?
before we go. So, I mean, everybody who has a child, they go online and everybody talks about Coco Melon and there's anti-something and all that. And I've seen that even in Nigeria, they've tried to come up with these study materials for children, but African-based. You know, because we also have to think about our society and how that works. I feel like you're in such a fantastic space to come up with something like that. Have you thought about it and what is the plan?
Yes, very interesting you're asking that. I've been thinking about coming out with local Ghanaian songs.
Yeah.
The local Ghana Coco Melon, if I should call it like that. So our basic patriotic and children's songs that make them comfortable, etc. And I tell parents something. I tell them that children watch a lot of Coco Melon, but they can also watch Mommy Melon and Daddy Melon. So what I do is that I have a little girl. I video myself speaking the local dialect. Or singing the local dialect.
Okay.
And then when I'm out in the kitchen or something and she's in the hall, I put it on the screen and I say, that's Mommy Melon. And you gotta watch Mommy Melon.
Like a
So-
Tutu Pobby and Baby Careful and all those ones.
So parents at home can also do that for the kids. So that it's not all the time we're watching Coco Melon for 2 hours, but they can watch
Listen,
Mommy reading or
We have
something.
even learnt it ourselves. I'm sure there are so many mummies and daddies who are singing. I find myself singing it even without realizing.
Great.
But this is a great one as well.
Great,
I'm sure we'll